Hello everyone and welcome to another Star Wars figure review. Today we're going to take a look at some more figures from Wave 5 of the Black Series 6-inch line. In today's review we're going to take a look at a prequel trilogy character. We're actually back to mixed waves now, featuring characters from the original trilogy, prequel trilogy, and of course from The Force Awakens. And as I mentioned, this figure comes to us from the prequels, more specifically from Attack of the Clones. It is of course none other than the notorious bounty hunter himself, Jango Fett. This is an absolutely superb figure, and in many ways it is one of the real highlights of the entire Black Series 6-inch line. This is a superb figure, not only in terms of sculpt and detail, but just overall execution is off the chain on this figure. I'm so happy that Hasbro have put as much effort into this one as they have. Really cool figure, paint job, detail, sculpt, accessories, everything is top notch, so a massive thumbs up. And big kudos goes out to Hasbro for this one. Really cool figure indeed. Now we're going to take a look at this one in more detail in just a little bit. But before we do, as always, we are going to take a look at the packaging that he comes in. Once again, we do get the standard Black Series 6-inch packaging design for this one. Got the Black Series logo located at the top with some very cool artwork just below that. On the reverse side, a brief description of the character, that artwork once again. And then on the side of the box, the number in the Black Series. So moving on to the figure. As I said, this one is absolutely superb. Hasbro have really given us a treat with this figure in terms of sculpt. Again, accessories and detail are fantastic as well. And I just can't find a negative thing to say about this one. Despite being from an older movie, it is one of my favourite figures to be recently released. I think it's just superb, and if I don't stop saying good things about it now, then I never will do. So let's jump into the review. Obviously, in terms of articulation, this guy is pretty much the standard for the Black Series 6-inch line now. We have a ball joint and a hinge at the neck, although it's a very tight joint, and I'll actually give you a closer look at this when I remove the helmet, because yes, he does have a removable helmet, which I am ecstatic about. He also features hinges at the shoulders and elbows, hinges at the wrists, a ball joint at the torso, hinges at the hips, swivels at the triceps, double joints in the knees and double joints in the ankles. If you caught my Flames Trooper review that I did previous to this, then I did actually fail to mention that that figure does have swivel triceps as well, so just in case you were wondering. Again, articulation is superb, as is the detail. What I really like about this one is the fact that it is so heavily weathered. And it just looks great. As you can see, you've got this really cool black wash, these really dirty scuffs all over the silver points of the armour. You've also got a subtle wash on the jumpsuit underneath as well. And again, it just creates a stunning look for this figure. This really does feel like a premium action figure, and to me is everything the Black Series should be. Great quality, great execution, overall top notch. In terms of accessories, as you can see, Jango does come with his two standard blaster pistols. These can be slotted into the holsters on the belt, which as you can see is really nicely sculpted as well. Again, you've got that weathering continuing onto the silver plates on his legs, which look really cool. On the gauntlets, obviously you've got the wires and pipes there, which connect to the flamethrower on this side, and of course the dart launcher on the other side. Jango Fett also comes with his trademark jetpack. This is the second jetpack we see Jango use in Attack of the Clones. He damages and loses the first one during his battle with Obi-Wan on Kamino, and this is the one he's seen wearing on Geonosis. Would have been cool to have received both jetpacks, but I dare say that Hasbro are saving that for a variant somewhere down the line. And as I said as well, this figure does feature a very cool removable helmet. Now, as you can see, the helmet when on the head looks really good. For many years, Hasbro have suffered from their removable helmets not quite looking as good as they should do when placed on the figure, but with this guy, it's not an issue whatsoever. The helmet looks fantastic. The only slight gripe that I have with it is the fact that the silver dome around the top is maybe a little bit too high. But I understand that that's probably been done just to accommodate the head inside. So no major issues there, that's just me being very nitpicky. Sadly, the rangefinder doesn't move, but that's, again, not a major issue for me personally. And the helmet itself, of course, can be removed to reveal Jango Fett's human head underneath. Very cool head sculpt as well. I am a little bit disappointed, I must admit, in the paint job. It's very simplistic. I'm going to actually zoom in on this one just to give you a better look at it. But as you can see, very minimal paint applications on this one. Just black paint for the hair, eyebrows and eyes. The eyebrows look a little bit weird. They do look like they've been, obviously they've been painted on because this is an action figure, but in terms of an actual real life sculpt and a real life human portrait, they just look a little bit awkward. They're maybe a little bit too high up on the head and just give Jango this really surprised look, which is quite peculiar. Not a huge fan of that. Again, with the eyes, rather than being detailed eyes, you just have two black dots, which again, questionable, but the sculpt itself is phenomenal and it's easy to look past some of those awkward paint applications. I've seen some fantastic repaints of this one on Instagram where people have taken this figure and customized it to update the paint job, and they look fantastic. So the potential is there for a great looking head. The sculpt, again, absolutely phenomenal, but the paint applications just fall a little bit short on this one. But rest assured, a cool figure nonetheless. I will be displaying this guy with the helmet on more often than not, so it's not a major issue for me personally, but it is a great figure. Definitely one to add to the collection. Even if you're not a fan of the prequel trilogy, because I know there's a few of you out there, this is a must-have figure just because it's a Mandalorian, it's a bounty hunter, heck, it's Jango Fett, and it's awesome. We've been waiting for this figure for a really long time. It's finally here, and it does not disappoint. So again, by all means, go out, grab this one for your collection. You will not regret the purchase. So as always, I want to thank you for watching this review. If you would like to pick up this figure for yourself, be sure to hit the link in the video description, and I'll be back to give you a look at some more figures from Wave 5 of the Black Series line very, very soon. So until then, as always, thank you for watching, keep collecting, and may the Force be with you.